Thanks for tuning into another video. So my bike's super broken, so let's fix that. But first, let's get a coffee going. We got the coffee ready. Let's go get the bike, get some work done. So we got a big list of things to do today. But before we can get to doing the brake bleeding, headset re-grease, wheel rebuild, and new tire, first thing we're gonna do is start off, give this bike a good wipe down, get it clean, get a nice fresh start to go. After working a few years in the bike shop, I've found kind of the best way to clean your bike. Wait for it to dry as long as it's not too dirty, and just use a wet rag, maybe a bit of bike cleaner. But after seeing, like, especially some of the SRAM brakes, a lot of water gets in the brake piston, and then they swell up and don't go in all the way. So better for your bearings and whatnot, just use a rag. As long as it's wet, you don't scratch your frame. So the first big task of the day is going to be rebuilding this wheel. So it's cracked in 2 spots and super dented and really out of true. So what I have is another one of the exact same rims. And what we're going to do is we're going to rim swap it. So you just tape them side by side and move all the spokes over. So first step, getting this tire off. So as you can see there's a few cracks, and there's kind of 2 right by the spoke nipples. These Bontrager line comp rims are pretty soft, kind of like butter, and lots of dents. But they're really affordable, so that's why I bought them. Great deal used. But I should probably upgrade to the carbon rims because I seem to break a wheel about every 4 months, but the student budget definitely doesn't have that in the cards right now. There we go. Now we got all the old stuff off the rim tape, valve. Unfortunately, I broke my valve stem. And then the important part when you're doing this is when you're taking all your old stuff off, just put it in a completely random spot, so you get really frustrate yourself when you can't find it later. Works super well. Pro tip right there. So I got the rim ready to do a rim swap here. But unfortunately, I dropped the nipple in it, so we're going to be spending the next hour trying to get this. It's working really well. The downstairs neighbors just love us right now. Oh, no way. Dropping it worked. Got her out. All right, so now we got our 2 rims ready. So the rim swap is a great kind of cheat way to build wheels. So you need the same size, you need the same internal rim diameter with the 2 rims, and then basically all you do is you tape them together and then you move 1 spoke over. So the first step with that, we're just gonna loosen off all the spokes here, and then we'll tape the 2 together. So there we go. Got the new rim all on the old hub there. Oh no, we don't have the new rim on the hub there, and I broke a spoke. So yeah, my head looks like an egg now, and it shows I am still an egghead. That was a pretty smart move there. So we got the wheel all laced up. I managed to drop another nipple in it, so we got to get that out. Involves an hour of that. And then the next step, I have it all sort of tensioned, and then the next step is truing it. And so ideally what you'd use is a truing stand and a wheel tension meter. But we don't have either of that, and if you're really good, you can kind of ping it and hear it. But if you ask my music teacher, after taking 8 years of music, I really have no ear for it. So we're just going to use a field test and a zip tie in the frame, get the job done. So there we go, we got the wheel all laced up, all trued up. It's not perfect, but I'm pretty happy with it. All the tension feels pretty even. I think it'll be strong. All right, so it's time to get the tire on. I've had a few issues with this Michelin tire with the cush core getting it to seed, so hopefully it's not too much of a pain. All right, it's back on with the Michelin DH34 bike perk in the rear. Pretty good value tire. Well, that just went from bad to worse. I fully snapped it off inside there, so now I gotta take the tire off and get a new valve. Love this. just going great. It's turned into an all-day extravaganza. So I broke the valve there trying to get that off. So now, since that's a cush core valve, I got to go to my hardtail where I have an extra cush core on the front, no cush core valve, swap the valve out with another valve that I have, and then get that going. So yeah, it's just making things a bit more complicated. There we go, that was a bit of a side trek, but didn't actually take too long, so not too bad. That's the way she goes sometimes. So there we go, the back wheel's all done. Seated up first try. Now on to putting on the new front tire. All right, so now for the front tire, and this one's gonna be fun to take off too, because I got the Ride Tannis insert. And yeah, as you can see, this one is pretty cooked, and time for a new one. We're gonna be putting on a Specialized Butcher. I've never ran the Butcher before, so yeah, we'll give it a try. The price was great, so can't go wrong for $100 for a new tire. Never seen the Tannis one, looks a little different. Nice bright red insert, and it's just water inside there, so good to get the new sealant in. All right, so unfortunately the wheel build and the front tire took a little bit longer than expected, so it's a new day. But new day means new coffee, so let's get into this brake bleed. I haven't bled these in a while, so I'm guessing that this fluid's gonna be disgusting. But yeah, good note. Bleed your brakes more often than you think. I've blown up a couple brakes just because you let the fluid get way too old, and then you just destroy seals and it's game over. You got to replace the lever, caliper, the whole thing. That fluid is looking disgusting. So there we go, we flushed out the rear brake. Had to do about 3 syringes. It was filthy, so really good to get that new brake fluid in. And I'm getting the new fluid in me. Hard to beat a good coffee. Just finished up the brake bleed. Now we got the bike dialed in, ready for the summer. Always good to stay on top of that maintenance. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this kind of style working on the bike, and yeah, subscribe for more. See you in the next one.